Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Taylor Grease, and we're reporting from Sacred Heart University today during this lovely snowstorm. So I figured it'd be a fun time to do my first podcast with my favorite Giants fans. We have Olivia Schmidt and Ashley Latka. Hey,
Hey,
guys.
hey,
Okay,
hey.
so lots to talk about, lots to go over because I think it's been a busy off season for the Giants right now, as we all can agree. So the mock draft and the trades have been going on. What do you guys think about these trades? Or who would you want to talk about right now?
I would say the biggest signing for us was Brandon Marshall. I mean,
Yeah,
you get a veteran, you
right.
get a great guy, tall, which Eli hasn't had since Plaxico,
Right.
and I just feel like he's a good mentor for Odell, especially since he went through his own like little freakouts on the sidelines when he was young. So I just feel like it's a great guy to like be a mentor for Odell.
Right.
Like,
Yes, I would definitely for Odell to look
think
up
that
to.
there's anyone better to do it for him. And I mean, he wants to come to a championship team. He wants to go to the playoffs, and I just feel like that's our missing piece is someone that wants to be here and just motivate Odell more and everything like that.
Right. Um, do you think that 12 million is a lot for
I
him?
I think that he was like a steal. I feel like he
yeah,
could have gotten paid a lot more money to go anywhere else. But I think the reason that he took that money is because he wanted to go to the Giants. He wants to go to a team that he thinks will win the championship. So whatever the Giants offered him, I think he would take regardless.
Yeah. Um, I think that obviously I think he's a great fit on and off the field for them. Like you said, Liv, like he's gonna be like a kind of like a big brother to Odell because I think he's been through a lot. Like he has growing up mentally and physically, and like this game obviously it's very frustrating when you're like the number one receiver and you now have someone to look up to. So the pressure I think comes off a little bit for Odell, which then I think will help his behavioral problems. And I think it's just going to help our offense all around. But we know that our O line needs a little help. So
yeah.
let's just hope we can fix that. And I think that leads to John Jerry, who they just re-signed for 10 million. What do you guys think about that? Or what do you think that the Giants saw in him that they wanted to keep him?
I
Like,
just think I think keeping at least someone who's been experienced on our system is like the right idea, especially with like bringing in a new guy like DJ Fluker. I just feel like it's better to keep a vet there because you got Pugh, you got Richburg, but you also have they're younger. John Jerry's been around. He's been on more teams, I guess, per se, and I just feel like the experience will help. Like the same thing with Brandon Marshall. I just feel like it's all about experience because think about it. Eli's the only guy with experience on our team, pretty much. And I mean JPP, but he's on the defensive side of the ball.
right.
So I think that having someone like Eli, Brandon Marshall, John Jerry, like I just think that that's a good fit for us to have those veteran presence to help the younger guys.
Yeah.
And
Right.
especially now bringing in like DJ Fluker, he'll probably end up playing right tackle. So then keeping John Jerry at right guard still keeps the veteran on the right side of the line, where you're still trying to figure everything out.
Right. I mean, I think like we've had severe struggles like
Oh,
in
absolutely.
the past 2 years. I mean, our stats, our record. Thank God we've come up since like what was our record 2 years ago?
And like awful.
10 whatever.
Oh,
Then we'll,
jeez.
I
um,
mean, we basically went like 6-10 to like 11-5, like reversed our entire numbers.
that's what I'm saying. Like it's kind of just like insane the numbers, how drastic they kind of changed from 2 years to 1 year, and then I think this year we've got so much potential with all these guys. I know some people are worried,
Absolutely. The minute we
but
sign, yeah, the minute we sign Brandon Marshall, everyone's like, "You guys cannot count out the Giants, man." Like,
Especially with Brandon Marshall being so good and Odell being so good, it's like you one of them's covered, you throw to the other one, and no one's gonna be able to stop both of them together. And I mean, Sterling Shepard, he's young, he's still just as good as them.
Right. Um, I know this is a sore subject for us, but losing Victor Cruz, I mean, that was tough. But I think we now have a three-headed monster again because we can't rule out our favorite rookie, Shep. We love Sterling Shepard, and I think that now that we have Brandon Marshall with, like you said, the height, and I think with Sterling's speed, and then Odell just being, God,
No.
I think that this is going to be a threatening team. And I think that when they get like you said, they have the vets now. They've got hopefully we have potential for our O line. I think
Another thing to say is I feel like if our offense can play how they played when we were 6-10, and if our defense can play like they did last year, I think that we are like the most complete team in the league. Look at them; they played 2015. The offense wasn't what let us down; it was the defense. They couldn't stop anyone on the opposing side. So it's like I truly feel like defense wins championships, but I mean, you still need to still need to score points on the offensive side of the ball, and I just don't think that there's anyone better than them.
What hurt us during the playoff game, like our defense was making the stops, but our offense couldn't do anything about it, so it tired out our defense, and in the end resulted in us losing. Where now we're working on our offense to improve it, and if our defense is basically staying the same, then I think we have a good chance of going all the way this year.
you right. You very right.
You don't need the big names to make a play. You just need the team itself to be together. And I feel like the bond our team has is just like something I haven't seen, or I guess felt, because we're so close to them like in a while, and it's just so nice to see them all come together and just be one unit.
No, it's so true. I think that's what helps drastically when you are pretty much falling apart and you've got all these like drastic changes going on. It's like amazing to see the bonds that they create in 6 months, 4 months. It's like so fast. And then your season's over.
And the whole team is so welcoming. Like, as soon as a new player comes, they all reach out to each other and accept them right away. They don't care about their past. Brandon Marshall, there's always words about him, having a bad past and stuff, but he got signed by the Giants, and 2 hours later, Eli reached out to him already and said he couldn't wait for him to come, and he was already, mingling with the team already, so.
Right. So, going away from wide receivers and our O-line, let's focus a little on, our new tight end. Rhett.
Ellison.
I think I wrote Johnson. That's not right. Ellison, but
I think he's a great addition because in 2015 when we did pretty well with offensive, we had a fullback. We had Henry Hynoski, and I just feel like filling in a tight end and a fullback position guy, I think that it's going to just help our offensive line, especially with Flower struggles and stuff. I feel like there's one better that they could have, figured out a way to fit into the system. And it's just nice to know the minute he signed with us, the minute the Giants came into the picture, he's like, I want to go there. There's not many teams that pop up in someone's offers that they're like, I want to go there.
Well, so he had very little snaps on the Minnesota. He didn't really get that much ball time, and I think coming from somewhere that he didn't and getting excited about coming to a place when they know they're going to play him and then he's going to get time, I think that's only going to add to his fire, and I think it's going to be such a booster for our offense. I see good things for him, and I know $18 million is a lot for, 4 years, and then guaranteed $8 million. Yeah. I think that's pretty. It's drastic. It's a lot of money, but I think that, I guess I leave it to Jerry Reese. I know he obviously has good intentions for this team. Look what he did with the defense last year, but I think he's going to be he's a good choice for us.
And especially with our the struggling offensive line, to bring in a tight end that is so highly on blocking mostly, he'll definitely help with our run game to give them the extra block for opening up the holes and everything.
Right. I mean, we've suffered so much with production when it comes to using tight ends and our run block. I think he can develop something. I think he's going to deliver what we need. He's big. He's physically big. He's
good blocker.
Right. I think that I think that the Giants are going to benefit from him no matter what.
I just feel
And
Eli's window is closing, and it's like you got to get it done in the next 2 years, or you got to restart all over with a new quarterback, and that's a scary thought. But I mean,
oh
it's
God,
exciting to know that they're figuring it out now, so they can get it done before Eli hangs it up.
right. I mean, I think Eli has at least 2 more years in him to give. I mean, it doesn't sound like a long time, and it kind of isn't because look how fast 2 years goes. But I know he wants another ring, and I think with these guys that they've added and who we've given up, I can see a championship in our future very soon. And hopefully that's the case because we need some more rings.
We need a parade.
I mean, this is only the end of free agency. We still have the draft coming up to add more key players.
That's very
And
true too.
even players that were injured last season that will come in and add to our team already.
Right, and we're the 23rd pick, right?
You guys already know who I want, so.
Yeah, wait. Tell us a little bit about him, Liv. Tell me a little
My
about him.
is already out there. Well, I'm a Bama fan,
Yes,
so just feel like Alabama produces
Roll
great
Tide.
prospects. I just feel like we haven't had a solid tight end since. I mean, we've had pretty good tight ends, but no one as solid as like Jeremy Shockey. And I just feel like a big body, like someone like OJ Howard, would just be like
Oh,
perfect. Like, oh my gosh, like it freaks me out how badly I want him on my team. And I just feel like knowing that the Giants, like during the draft process, like brought him into a private conference, had a talk with him, and he loved Ben McAdoo. Like, it just feels right. Like OBJ and OJ, come on, like
right.
we happen.
What could be better?
There's no one I want more than him. I mean, I'll be happy with a few other guys, but the number one guy on my list is OJ Howard.
I agree. I think that he will also add what we need.
I mean, even though we just signed the tight end, he was more for blocking, where I feel like we have Will Tye, which Taylor loves.
I do, but
we definitely need more depth in tight ends, so.
I know. I think that he's more gifted. He's huge, and his arms, his hands. I think this is only going to help him propel to do what the Giants need. Like, he's going to obviously plow through some of these guys, which we also need. And our running game is not very that strong, but I think he's going to do big things. He's going to be a big breakout.
Hopefully he's just with the Giants, because if he's elsewhere, I don't care.
Then we don't want him to do big things.
I mean, I don't know. I'm excited to see what we have in store.
Very excited. There's a lot of really good names out there too in this draft. Like, I mean, you still got the kid David something, Nacune or something from Miami. He's a tight end. He looks great.
Right.
I mean, I just feel like this draft is so stacked with playmakers. You can't go with the basic pick of an offensive lineman. You just can't.
This draft is all the offensive linemen got low ratings. It's mostly tight ends, running backs, where the Giants mostly always pick the best player available, whether you need him or not. So I feel like we always end up with a good draft every year. So
I agree.
Defensively stacked too. So I mean, it can't hurt to go defense, but I just think our defensive unit's so strong. I don't know if like adding another guy would be necessary with the first pick.
Yeah,
but like say someone like Jabril Peppers is sitting there at 23, like that's a shaky defense. You know what I mean? That's because you also have Darian Thompson coming off injury. You have a stud like Landon Collins pairing him up with someone who could play linebacker and safety.
Right.
I just feel like someone like Jabril Peppers you can't pass on.
No, you cannot. I agree with that 100%. And I just hope that the Giants are smart more with our offense than they are defense, because that's where we are definitely struggling. But
I mean, seen from last season, like everyone knows our biggest struggle is offense, so they're looking to correct it, so hopefully they will.
Yeah. Like, I'm nervous with JPP and... Yeah, I mean, I think... Well, let's see. We have... They haven't talked about him, like, at all, which is weird.
Well, all these other teams are signing people in his position, and he's yet to get signed.
I know.
That's what I feel like his value is decreased, is, like, going down. The Giants are waiting till it's at a full price.
Every time another team signs the defensive tackle, it only makes his chances of coming back to the Giants go higher.
Right. Exactly.
Giants know what they're doing. It's smart that they didn't sign him before free agency. Like,
and with big money, because then it would just take money out from who we could sign.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well,
I think that he could do that, though.
other than the Giants, I mean, I know we've been talking about them a lot. What do you guys think of Tony Romo and Cooks and all these other trades and stuff going on? Like, where do you think?
I think the Cowboys are just trying to stay in the news. Like, just let them go. Prescott, you have your future Ezekiel Elliott. Oh, let's go win the Super Bowl. Like no, let your like. I just feel like it's disrespectful. And if like Jerry Jones respects Tony Romo that much, you're not going to continue. It's like holding on to like a lost cause. It's
playing him like a puppet.
Rude. Yeah, it's just rude. Like, just let him go. He made a video that he was leaving, and they're still yet to release him. You know what I mean? I think it's just disrespectful.
And if Cowboys aren't gonna use him or play him or not, like, let him have another chance playing somewhere else, where clearly he doesn't want to retire right now.
Right. So where do you?
I don't know why they just hold on to him.
Where do you think that he could be headed, or who do you think would take him or would need him?
Texans.
Texans.
And I think that's Jerry Jones' scariest thought is that he's going to go to the other Texas team and actually bring them to the Super Bowl or do something big, and he's going to be like, why couldn't you do that for us? But it's like, then why do you have Dak Prescott? You know what I mean? Like, if you think that Tony Romo could still bring you to the glory land, why be like, oh, we're 100% with Dak? Like, no, it's a slap in the face to Dak if you're going to keep Tony Romo. Like, I feel like they're just a mess. Honestly, it's just...
Yeah, no. I mean, I know nobody really wants Tony because his contract is, like, mega bucks, but...
Yeah, have to cut him.
Injury prone.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, but, I kind of wish he would retire, but maybe he does have a couple more years out of him, but still, he's kind of just, like, there at this point, and I feel for the guy. I mean, injury, he's hasn't had a good luck, you know? He's been...
I mean, the past 2 seasons, he's played, like 5 games total, if that.
I think he had 1 touchdown last season.
I think that was against the Eagles, yeah.
Yeah, the last game of the season when they were starters.
But it didn't even matter. They were in the playoffs by then, and it's just like, okay, good job, 1 touchdown, yay! Like,
they did the same thing in 2007 and first round exit. Bye.
History repeats itself.
It does, but... All right. Do you guys have anything else you want to talk about?
The running backs, how, like, no one has been signed. It's, like, kind of crazy. Eddie Lacy was just signed today, but that's the first big name.
Yeah, we still have Adrian Peterson.
I'm excited to see where he goes.
It'll be interesting. Rhett Ellison even said the first person that congratulated him on his contract was Adrian Peterson.
Oh, that's funny.
He even said that Adrian Peterson will be a great addition to the Giants. So, we'll see. We shall see.
I kind of also have a feeling now that Eddie Lacy's gone from the Packers that they might sign Peterson because now they need the running back, but...
Yeah. We'll see. That's up in the air. All right. Anything else?
Anything else? Any other questions?
No? All right.
Discussion.
All right. Thanks, guys, for joining me. You were great.
Welcome.
You can catch me on my next episode. Maybe new guests. Maybe not. Probably not, because these are my best guests. But thank you for tuning in, and we will see you guys soon. Bye from Sacred Heart.
Bye.